Well, I've been getting a lot of comments asking if I'd ever review KiCk 1 by Arca, so I guess I'd do it right now. Oh, and also I want to address those comments saying that I sound depressed. I'm gonna sound happy in this one, just for you guys. But also because this is a really good record. So for those of you who are new to Arca, Arca, also known as Alejandra Gersi, is a Venezuelan singer, engineer, and DJ who has worked with the likes of Frank Ocean, Rosalia, FKA Twigs, Kanye West, and Bjork. Before you guys spam Bjork in my comment section, just know that I am doing a mini-series on her, but it's only for my channel members. It's a members-only video series, sorry guys. KiCk 1 is probably the happiest record I've heard in all of 2020. The entire project just oozes joy, confidence, and self-acceptance. It's filled with features like Bjork, Shygirl, Rosalia, and our queen, SOPHIE. It's just 12 tracks of no skips, no fillers, it's just great. And quite frankly, it is probably her most commercial record yet. KiCk 1, from its cover art to its construction, feels like the moment in a superhero film where the main character finally gets used to their powers and actually gets to have fun for once. While there is acknowledgement of hardships and dark moments, this is unrepressed joy and a rejection of sad and gay music that I've heard so far. It is cohesive, eclectic, and violently unafraid of itself. And now I'm going to talk about each track. Non-binary. What can I say about this track? The lyrics, the sound, very avant-garde, the switch up, and the intonations here match the intentions of the record. This is a monologue set to some really fire beats. The ending is just a euphoric punch to the throat. The roller coaster drop and realization of identity and dissociation. Freedom. It's an address to herself about what it truly means to be herself, and what the word non-binary means to her and to the community at large. Time definitely sounds like a more conventional track at first, but it's jarring and beautiful and arresting. The way that the synths and the vocals blend, it's unabashed queer joy, a theme that's really hit upon in the record. The lyrics speak to an unnerving feeling of waiting too long and FOMO. But they also speak to the relief that time and all of the things that wound you will pass if you accept it and your circumstances and yourself. So I'm gonna sound like a gringo on this one, and I had to translate most of the lyrics anyway, but mequetrefe, let me know if I pronounced that correctly in the comments. The lyrics remain static, but the production details the anxiety one faces in presenting their true selves, even on nights where one just wants to have a good time. I actually really like this one a lot because storytelling comes in the form of production. One thing that really draws me to artists like her and SOPHIE are that they are able to really use production as a form of really expressing themselves beyond the lyrics. Again, my pronunciation's really bad. Rinquiqui? Is that how I pronounce it? I don't know, guys. All I know is that this track is explosive and effusive and personal. It leans on Venezuelan wordplay and continues the themes of confidence and identity. It is mischievous from the construction of its instrumental to the delivery of the vocals. I think it's a well-machined pop song and a highlight off the record. Another highlight off the record is Calor. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. You know what? Screw it. I am not going to pronounce anything right. I am a gringo and I accept that. Anyway, Calor, this one is about unconditional love. This is also about her boyfriend Carlos. I just think this is one of the most beautiful moments on the record. The instrumental here is so tender, and the vocals showcase a side of Arca that I haven't seen up until this point. A lot of people underestimate how powerful love songs in the electropop space can be, but the sounds of the synths, the sounds of the drums, the sounds of the production can really underscore deep emotions in a way that's inhuman but somehow extremely human. Calor means warmth, and that warmth is expressed in the song. It is embracing, vulnerable, and hopeful. The synths at the end hint at imperfection, but intimacy without imperfection is fantasy. Afterwards, with Bjork, I'm just stunned by how organic Bjork sounds here. Her pronunciation and vocals meld so well here, like I can't. She wasn't even asked to sing in Spanish, she just took the jump and had Rosalia help her, and she impressed everyone involved. I found out the lyrics were taken from a Spanish modernist poem called Anoche Cuando Dormía. I did not pronounce that correctly. You can really tell that Bjork has a true kinship with Arca, as Arca had produced 2 of her records about a breakup and the healing that came afterwards, so her being on a track about letting go and the healing process is a tribute to that. Arca singing in English is a beautiful contrast to Bjork's Spanish vocals. I found it funny that we got 2 tracks that were extremely emotional back to back, but that does definitely make sense in the sequential order of the album. The next 4 tracks are just a roller coaster of chaos. Watch featuring Shygirl, it's a playful track that just feels like a countdown to something. I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with Shygirl, I'm kind of relatively new to the electronic scene. That being said, her vocals are really good over the production, and again, Arca's production and use of features is never wasted. She knows who to put on what track and how they work on each track. The lyrics seem deceivingly simple, but the repetition underscores a message of unabashed confidence and domination. KiCk featuring Rosalia is the most commercial track that this record has to offer, but is such an interesting fusion of both Rosalia and Arca styles. It's about making it far and succeeding, and it's a boss bitch anthem about achieving your dreams. The title is a play on slang that basically means what's up. The production here is so smooth and bubbly, it really showcases Arca's zest for adapting styles wonderfully. Rip the Slit is utter chaos. It is repetitive and reminiscent of PC music. It doesn't really have deep or reaching far themes, but it's just fun music that bang hard at the parties we can't throw right now. Arca has said herself that KiCk 2 will definitely sound like Rip the Slit, so I'm definitely excited to see what direction that goes with, but I do hope that she has some moments of vulnerability again. Definitely listen to this on headphones. Speakers will not do this song justice. Chiqui with SOPHIE is my highlight, obviously, but it is just a trip from beginning to end. From the Manolos to just Arca's distorted verses and SOPHIE's vocals. This is disruption at its finest. Music for the sole purpose of creation and experimentation. These 2 women are the most adventurous women in music right now, in my honest opinion. I love their vocals, I love their production, and I definitely want to see where they're going. Machote is a fusion of a sample of one of her old songs Wound and a cover of Quiera on Chica by the Latin Dreams, a song that she personally grew up with but gender bent. To really understand the song, I had to seek out the original, and I listened to that version and this version, and it feels like an upscaled, modernized take. There's something really magical to knowing the history or the backbone of a song and then revisiting it with that knowledge. I definitely think that this is one of the emotional highs of the album, being able to take a song and reappropriate it, something that you've grown up with, and give it new meaning in context of your life and your true identity. There's just something powerful there, and this is why this is one of my highlights of the album. No queda nada, this is the album closer, and reading up on how she was inspired by stadium ballads, this track makes way more sense. Of all the music on this album, I think this is the most straightforward track. It's just about her love for her boyfriend Carlos, and honestly it feels like a moment in a film where the main character makes a broad declaration to the world that she's in love with this guy, she cannot live without him, and if that isn't a way to close an album, then I'm not sure what is. I just get chills from the vocal delivery on this song. I think that the placement is absolutely perfect. I can't imagine KiCk 1 ending in any other way than this track. I'd say this track and Calor are the most well-developed and most fleshed out tracks. I mean, all of them are really fleshed out, but this song and that song stand on their own ground, for me at least, especially knowing the history of them. This track definitely feels slightly out of place on the album, but it's understandable because it is meant to be an epilogue of sorts. Personally, I would rate KiCk 1 a solid 9 out of 10. It is one of my favorite records from this year. It's challenged me linguistically, intellectually, and it's an immaculate record. I think KiCk 2 is going to be an interesting listen. I really hope that she expounds on the themes that she came up with here. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I saw this requested so many times that I felt the need to chime in and just put my thoughts out there. This is for you guys. This isn't for me, honestly. I was gonna keep this to myself. Earlier I mentioned channel memberships. I will be rolling that out sometime this week. For a small little monthly fee, you can definitely support me as a creator. You get a cute little musical badge, exclusive music content, exclusive live streams just for you, and you guys get to help me pick what kind of music I cover on this channel. For those of you who are new, don't worry, I'm still gonna make fresh, free content, don't worry guys, but memberships are a really cool way of helping me out and helping me cover things that I normally wouldn't cover, and just giving me a chance to connect with you guys on a better level. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you are the first to see my new videos, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. I have linked my SoundCloud below. You can listen to my shitpost music. Have fun.